Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform and welcome to Shildon station. We are in the very cold County Durham and we are visiting all stations, well actually I tell a lie, most stations in between Bishop Auckland and Saltburn. So this branch from Darlington to Bishop Auckland, and then we're going to continue on towards Middlesbrough and on towards where we finish at Saltburn. Now, a quick note before we start any proceedings, because the age-old question will be there. Will Teesside Airport feature? No, it won't, because there are no trains stopping there at the moment. And whilst it would seem feasible to go there and catch a bus, to be honest, I would let that count. I don't actually, the time wouldn't really be on my side today. So when I go through the Esk Valley line, that will be included then. Train there, or well, whether or not there are trains there or not, it won't matter. It will feature on that video instead. But for the rest of the stations, they will feature today. And yes, British Steel Redcar is closed. So that means I'm not going there either. So I just wanted to make that clear before anyone started asking questions. So, if you do check out any updates on trips and posts, please do check out my Facebook group, and also check out my Instagram at KTVvids. So, without further ado, let's begin today's episode of Every Platform here at Shildon. Enjoy. So, the train you just saw leave was 158860. That was the 0919 Northern service to Bishop Auckland from Saltburn. Tracking on RTT is 156471, but it's actually a 158. Anyway, this station, Shildon, serves the town of Shildon in County Durham. It's on the Tees Valley line, as it's known. That's what this video is titled. The station opened in 1825, has been opened since. The original station was constructed in 1825 under the Stockton and Darlington Railway by a constructor called Timothy Hackworth. The station is also very famously home to Shildon Railway Museum, which is home to a lot of different types of train, including a pacer. I saw Northern 142 as I came in. I believe also they have a HST power car inside of their museum. It is well worth a visit. Unfortunately, due to time, we don't have time to go there today. There is a grade 2 listed manual signal box, which, because the station does have semaphore signals, which is really cool. And if you walk up here, you should be able to see it. Let's have a quick gander. So yeah, you can just about, if you look over at the thingy here, you'll see the semaphore signal just at the end of the platform there towards Darlington. So there is as well, that's the entrance to the railway museum. Obviously we're not going there today, but there it is. Sorry we can't take a real look around, but we don't really have time because we have got a lot on today. So yes. So Shildon is the last station also when you get to Bishop Auckland, so this is the penultimate one before you reach the terminus of Bishop Auckland. So that is Shildon done. Our next station is Bishop Auckland. Update you when we get there. We're getting a bus.
The next stop is Aycliffe.
Disappearing off in the distance there was a street light. That's an Arriva street light on the, there it is. That's on the one which goes from Darlington to Bishop Auckland. So basically does the railway route but by bus and goes to Tolaw, which is a bit further than Bishop Auckland as well. So speaking of Bishop Auckland, welcome to the station, or we will be welcome to it in just a moment. But we're in Bishop Auckland now, and I'll update you shortly. Alright, welcome to Bishop Auckland station. Here we are. It's a nice little terminus station. There is a track that goes around there, but I don't actually think it's used very much. I imagine it's just used as a siding, but it does continue on, so I wonder if it is. I don't think it's still used because it's overgrown, but then again it might be. So any end of one train worker, so yeah, I think they might have like freight maybe that goes around here, I don't know. But if anyone knows if this track next to the station is still used, please leave it in the comments. That would of course always be appreciated. We'll talk about facts about the station. It is a single platform terminus. The trains do not go beyond Bishop Auckland, and it is the terminus of the Tees Valley line, at least this side, and we'll be on the terminus on the other side a bit later, which is Saltburn. So for now, we'll talk some facts about the station in just a moment, but it looks really nice. The station is this line itself. I mean, we're obviously going to go to Heighington and Newton Aycliffe in a bit. Just also for clarity, North Road station has already been completed. One of the very early episodes of every platform featured North Road and Darlington, so if you want to see them, watch that video. I think it was definitely within like the first 20 episodes. I cannot remember. I've done so many films that you lose track of what's what, but some people remember better than me, so I'll give you credit where it's due. Anyway, so I'll update you shortly. Right, welcome to Bishop Auckland Station, which serves the market town of Bishop Auckland in County Durham. It's the western terminus of the Tees Valley line, and a bit of history. So the station was rebuilt to its current state in 1986, was opened in 1843. The station does also have a heritage line, the Weardale Railway, which hosts Bishop Auckland West station. It runs between there and Stanhope. Opened in 2010 with a regular passenger service which lasts until the end of the 2012 running season. They do use a bubble car class 122, which is pretty cool, because I still remember when the 121s were with Shildon Railways. That was like they got withdrawn not too long after I started the YouTube channel, actually. We're going to have a look at it because it's actually nearby to the railway station, so we can have a nosy at that because we've got some time. As for anything else, it was opened by the Stockton and Darlington Railway, but yeah, it was actually, I think it's interesting, the station didn't actually get a rail link straight away. Bishop Auckland didn't. The line, I believe, only went so far. I think it was Shildon it went as far as, and then Bishop Auckland was like an extension in the 1840s, and then during the Second World War I think it suffered like quite a big decline, and then obviously got rebuilt in the 80s. So yeah, it's also adopted by a organisation called Bishop Trains, as you can see on the station sign just there as well, which was it is well worth noting. They developed the ticket office, and further developed it, and now provide a booking service themselves for coach trips and holidays, which I believe is actually situated inside of the concourse of the travel centre, but I could be wrong. I think it might be. But they do have a ticket office in there, but I think it acts as and is owned by Bishop Trains, who maintain the whole thing, which is really nice. Anyway, so that's Bishop Auckland done. Let's go have a look at the Weardale Railway, and then we'll go from there. Okay, well that answers the question as to where those tracks go away from the station. It's actually part of the Weardale Railway that goes to Stanhope. This is somewhat of the entrance to the Weardale Railway, Bishop Auckland West. It's sort of, the platform is sort of very far away up there, just next to the big B&Q. You can't really see it, but it is down that pathway, but it's closed at the moment, which is why obviously we can't. I'm looking over it over a fence, so there you go. Well, we'll update you shortly. Actually, before I do, 2024, it looks like they do have a Christmas thing on as well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah. Okay, coming in now is what will be the 10:27 Northern service, starting here to Saltburn. Just coming in from Saltburn now to terminate. They're going to go northeast, that's just over the bridge. Gemini 3 I think it was. 156480 is the RAF unit. We're going to head on this to Heighington. Update you soon. Right, there goes 156480, the RAF liveried 156, heading off to Saltburn from Bishop Auckland. Chris has joined us.
Yep.
It's just us two today, and he had a couple of cancellations this morning, but
yeah. Let's just say I had to book it down platform 5 of Nottingham.
that's good fun. At least you're here, and he's brought his umbrella.
Yeah, because we're in the northeast.
Yes.
It's early mid-October. It is going to rain.
Yes, that's very true. Although it doesn't look like it at the moment. But anyway.
Wait till we get to Saltburn.
Goodness, yeah. Anyway, so welcome to Heighington. This station is 2 staggered platforms with a level crossing in the middle of them, which is quite cool. I've noticed this, an observation from this railway line itself. It is the whole line itself, and the buildings and pubs and places around it, everything just seems to be nicknamed after railways stuff.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very railway focused sort of region of the northeast, because a lot of the history does date back to the railways being really important back over here. So that's probably why. But anyway, let's not waffle about that. Let's talk about the facts about Heighington in just a moment. From first glance though, a very nice looking station with a very old signal box there. So
Which I think is still in service.
I think it is. Update you shortly. Right, welcome to Heighington Station. This station serves 2 villages, Aycliffe and Heighington in County Durham. Station of course is managed by Northern, as will all of them today. Now this station is interesting because this station opened in 1825 as Aycliffe Lane, and the trains that are operated here were horse drawn, so it was horse and carriage. It was dated. This station is that much dated that it was served by horse drawn transport. 1833 it changed to steam locos. 1847 it got renamed to Aycliffe and Heighington, sorry, I'm going to pronounce that wrong. Heighington.
We both thought it was Heighington.
Well, we both did.
Ago.
On first glance, when we read the name, we thought it was Heighington, but it's Heighington. 1871, it was renamed Aycliffe, and in 1874, it got renamed to Heighington, which it is now. So it's been that way since 1874. So its history was only at the beginning.
150 years.
Yeah, so its history really was only at the beginning. The station has kept its listed manual signal box, as you've seen in the original clip, which does supervise the aforementioned level crossing that's in the middle over there, and the connection into the Hitachi plant and the single line section south of here through to Darlington as well. So that signal box supervises all of that.
Yeah, this is a pretty central point on the line.
But when the Hitachi factory was installed and commissioned in 2014, semaphore signals were removed from here, and now it's colour signals, as you can see there. But it was semaphores here up until 2014, so it hasn't actually lost it for that long.
And
about 10 years.
It still is up at the north. It still is up at the northern end.
Yes, yeah, we saw semaphores earlier on as well, so that's good. So yes, now this is interesting. Heighington is also very near, as I mentioned, the Hitachi factory. So Heighington is the nearest place to where the AT300s were actually released and finished and they took delivery at. They took delivery near to here. It's sort of in between here and Newton Aycliffe really, but it was around that area the Hitachi factory was built, opened, and that is where GWR's 800, IETs, LNER's Azumas, EMR's Auroras, old trains Paragons,
Transpennine Expresses, Nova ones.
Yeah, and Avanti's Everos. I forgot the name of it.
That's a stupid name.
That's a nice name, I like it. I think they all took delivery mostly around here, and they were all testing around here. So yes, there you go. Fun fact about this little place. Right, enough waffling on. The next station is in Newton Aycliffe, or as the northern pronouncer says it, Newton Aycliffe. Right, arriving in now is the 1106 Northern Service to Bishop Auckland from Saltburn. We're taking this to Newton Aycliffe, and we've got 156 490 on this one.
480, 490.
Yep, and a 158 is on the route as well, which is disguised as a 156 online.
I think that disguised as 471.
Yeah, it is.
The most different disguised as 470.
That would have been good.
But
70, 80 and 90.
Yeah, but 470 is in storage, I think.
Anyway, update you soon. Right, we're now here at Newton Aycliffe, and departing out now is 156 490 to Bishop Auckland. God, the view down the track is brilliant from here.
You can almost see all the way down to Shildon.
Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, welcome to Newton Aycliffe. This now clears the Tees Valley line between Darlington and Bishop Auckland, because Newton Aycliffe was the last one needed. So that is another bit of the railway map ticked off.
A small northern branch line going about 10 miles north of Darlington.
Indeed. We'll update you about some facts about this station in just a moment. Right, welcome to Newton Aycliffe. This station is situated about 7 miles out of Darlington, so it's not that far away. Serves the town of Newton Aycliffe in County Durham. A bit of history: the station opened actually a lot later than all the others. This opened in 1978, as opposed to all the others which opened in caveman times. Joking. The horse-drawn carriage times of the early 1820s. I was joking when I said caveman times.
The era when they were still deciding whether the steam engine would work.
Any people of an age watching this video, please don't be offended, it was a joke. But anyway, so the station, relatively recent addition, as you said. It's more recent than everything else on this line. But interestingly, even though it's a newer station as opposed to the others, it looks like it's got the oldest platforms because it's made of wood.
It looks the most ancient station on the line,
even though it's also the newest one to have opened on the line. So there you go, the irony of that. The station is located on the original alignment of the Stockton and Darlington Railway, where at junction with the Clarence Railway, what was then known as Simpasture Junction. So yes, in terms of the bus service here, Newton Aycliffe doesn't actually have a bus service that's relatively nearby. It's a good 20-minute walk to somewhere to actually catch a bus.
Heighington was at least 10 minutes.
Yeah, Heighington was 10 minutes. Bishop Auckland and Shildon were like just outside the station, and Newton Aycliffe is quite a while away. So yeah, yeah, it's an hourly service on this line anyway. Generally, I think they do have peak time services where it does go to every 30 minutes, where some trains will start at Darlington. So yes, that is the other fact to know. But that is Newton Aycliffe done, and there is a bus going past there, which is a Pulsar heading somewhere. But so there is buses that are nearby. But anyway, update you shortly. Okay, arriving in now is the 1137 Northern Service to Saltburn from Bishop Auckland. So we're done with this line now. Well, this part of the Tees Valley line anyway. And we're now going to go through Darlington and cross over and head to Eaglescliffe on our next station today. LB 156 490 for the second time today.
And probably not last.
Yeah, and probably not last, you're right.
Second best how full this thing's going to be. I'm betting very.
I reckon it's going to be packed because there's York horse racing on today. So, do pick me days, don't I? Update shortly. Okay, so we have just now reached Eaglescliffe station, and departing out now is 156 490 heading off to Saltburn.
Speaking of salt, you can smell it now.
Yeah, you really can. But we're not in Saltburn, so it probably smell the most salty there. That's a bad joke. That's not actually true.
No,
anyway,
keep the salt away from the birds. That's what you're supposed to do.
yes, indeed. So it looks like, from first glance, they're building a footbridge here because it looks like they're making. Oh, as you can see on the billboard there, they're actually trying to make the station more accessible. £15 million they've spent in trying to make Eaglescliffe better.
There was something similar in Darlington as well.
Yes. So it looks like the North East is getting some investment.
For once.
Thank you, Tees Valley Mayor and the UK government and Stockton-on-Tees Borough Council and Network Rail and BAM and Northern and Grand Central and Transpennine Express.
I just want to thank the UK government giving a crap about a place that isn't London.
I know, amazing.
Rare gem.
Although I reckon this is probably on a scheme for a long time. And they probably just couldn't back out of it. Oh, God knows why. Anyway, let's talk about Eaglescliffe in a moment. Right, welcome to Eaglescliffe. The station serves the village of Eaglescliffe in the borough of Stockton-on-Tees in County Durham. This station is island station with the entrance at the top over there, so it is completely step free. First thing to note about Eaglescliffe, as if you didn't already know, Grand Central do call here. They call here on their London King's Cross to Sunderland services.
What's a random stop?
I mean, it's not. It's an open access operator, so they do like to try and serve places that other other villages and towns don't get.
Like they also stop at Pontefract.
They do, and they stop at like Murfield as well. So, but yeah. Anyway, enough about that. So this station, the ticket office was reopened in 2018. It was closed for a long time, that one up there. It was been staffed since 2012. Initially the ticket office was operated by a company called Chester Track, which also operated the station at Chester Street, ironically.
Yeah, I was about to say, presumably they're based out of Chester Street.
The Chester Track ceased trading in 2018, and subsequently the ticket office was closed, and then it reopened with Northern taking over, which, there you go. In terms of its history, the station was opened in 1852. It was opened as Eaglescliffe. This was the original name. Then 1852 to 53 Eaglescliffe Junction. Then 1854 Preston Junction. And then 1878 Eaglescliffe Junction, and now it's just Eaglescliffe. So
why Preston Junction?
I think that might be, I'm not too sure why.
Preston's nowhere near here.
There's also a couple of stories as to how the station got the name Eaglescliffe instead of the intended Eaglescliffe, which is how I think people pronounce it.
But that just sounds much lamer.
Apparently it was down to a typo, so that's quite interesting. But they just thought Eaglescliffe sounded nicer, so.
I mean, it does.
So yes. But the village is known as Eaglescliffe, and I think that's how people pronounce it, with EGG, Eaglescliffe. And apparently you will still see that around the village. So.
Egg.
Anyway, so that is Eaglescliffe done, or Eaglescliffe, and we're now going to head over to Dinsdale. If any of you have watched Nickelodeon TV show Fairly Odd Parents, you'll know that
I was literally thinking
you'll know that that was actually in Dimsdale, not Dinsdale. So no, we are not going into the land of Nickelodeon. We'll update you soon. Right, passing through is a Trans-Pennine Express service to Saltburn from Manchester Airport. This is 185113 and 185121. I also forget how good they sound.
Yeah.
There that one goes, heading to Saltburn. The next stop for that one, I think, was Middlesbrough.
Should be Middlesbrough.
No, it will be Thornaby, won't it? Yeah, it'll be Yarm. Yeah, it's Thornaby. The next stop is Thornaby for that one. So that one goes. Right, arriving in now is the 1237 Northern service from Saltburn to Bishop Auckland. And this is going to be the RAF 156 again, 480, which is going to take us to Dinsdale. I'll tell you when we get there. Right, there goes 156480 heading off, and we are now at Dinsdale station, and we'll talk about the station in just a moment. On first glance, wow, another very nice looking station. This one's lovely, quite peaceful looking, I think, just from first glance.
It screams Northern Branch Line again.
It does scream Northern Branch Line. But yes, we'll talk about this station in just a moment. Right, welcome to Dinsdale station, located this is the village of Middleton St George, which is in the borough of Darlington, so we're not too far from Darlington itself now. Bit of history: the station opened in 1887. It is closely linked with the history of the Stockton and Darlington Railway, having opened as a replacement for the nearby. And so the station that was nearby to Dinsdale and is no longer there, but Dinsdale actually replaced, was a station called Fighting Cocks.
Eh?
Yeah, so it was opened as a replacement for Fighting Cocks station, which was a station on the original Stockton and Darlington Railway route, which served Middleton St George and Low Dinsdale. So yes. The station was named after the village of Low Dinsdale, which is commonly referred to as Dinsdale. In the early 19th century, the station did serve a place, which is a mansion called Dinsdale Spa in Dinsdale Park. So just a bit of random geography there for you. Well, notable geography for anyone who knows the area. Of course, if anyone has any other updates, corrections, or any additional information, please leave it in the comments. Of course, it's always welcomed. So yes. Right, Dinsdale done. Our next station is Allens West.
But we're not taking the train.
Nope, we're getting a bus. Update you soon. Alright, we're now here, well, about to get into Allens West station, but departing out first is our bus. We have a Stagecoach E200 MMC. Yeah, automated announcements on board, nice and easy. It does, but especially up here, so that's good. So if one goes on the 6, that goes over to Stockton on Tees from Darlington via Teesside Airport, the actual airport, that is, the one that hardly has any flights. But anyway, I'll update you soon. Right, welcome to Allens West station. So this one is on a curve, 2 platforms, and that's about it. Nah, joking, there's some facts, we'll go through them in a minute. So We just got off the Stagecoach's route. It stops right outside, basically outside the station. It's only a couple minutes walk away. So yeah, we'll talk about, well, Allens West basically is in Stockton. You might as well say it is, because it is very close. But I'll update you shortly with some facts. Right, it's a bit windy, but welcome to Allens West station. This station serves Eaglescliffe as well. This serves the village of Eaglescliffe. I'm going to pronounce it Eaglescliffe because I think that's how people say it. In the borough of Stockton on Tees. Station is about 8 miles out of Darlington. And so here's an interesting name for you. When the station opened in 1943, the station was called Erlay Nookholt. That was its name. 1944 it was renamed to Allens West Holt, and then in 1971 its present name Allens West.
I mean, Allens West Holt makes sense.
Yes, Erlay Nookholt, no idea why, but it did. I mean, any answers to that? Anyone who's local around the area, could you answer why it was called Erlay Nookholt? Because that's an interesting name and it feels a bit random and doesn't really feel like it's linked to anything here, but it probably is. So anyway, opened by the London and North Eastern Railway during the Second World War as an unadvertised station to serve a nearby Royal Navy Stores depot. This was the station then passed on to the North Eastern region of BR in nationalisation in 1948. Following construction of new housing, the station then became an advertised station in 1971. When sectorisation was introduced, the station was served by regional railways until privatisation, like everything else basically.
Basically everything up north served by Reggie Rail.
Yeah. Station's level crossings were upgraded in 2013. The half barriers were replaced with full barriers after several reports of near misses with pedestrians around here. With pedestrians avoiding the lowered barriers and crossing the tracks in front of approaching trains.
To which I would say that's just natural selection at that point.
It really is. But yeah, so there you go. I think it's called Erlay Nookholt because of the Royal Navy depot. I think that was probably its name, yeah. But I could be wrong, so that's just my guess. Anyway, we're going to head to our next station, Longbeck. I'll update you soon. Right, arriving in now is the, hang on, 1335, I thought it was, Northern service to Saltburn. From Darlington, this one, 158845. We're taking us to Longbeck.
That is very different.
Don't mind that. It means we get seats. I'll tell you when we get to Longbeck. Right, so we're now at Longbeck, and departing now is 158845.
But it certainly wasn't this.
Yeah, it's a nice looking station, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the station in just a moment. Welcome to Longbeck station, and yeah, on first glance it looks quite nice. I'll update you shortly. Right, welcome to Longbeck. The station is serving the village of Marske by the Sea. Sorry, Misc by the Sea, I think that's how you say it. In Redcar and Cleveland County in North Yorkshire. So we're actually in North Yorkshire now. Didn't realise that. So the station is in North Yorkshire. So a bit of history about the station. It opened in 1985 as Longbeck, so it hasn't really changed since then. The small signal box, which you can just see over there, supervises the junction and the station area at nearby Saltburn and the freight line to Bowlby, as well as the adjacent level crossing, which is there. On first glance, the station looks like it serves quite a big industrial area, and because it says Misc by the Sea, because this area is quite coastal, so yeah, Redcar Misc by the sea, Saltburn, all those places are by the coast. So it is a coastal station, but it just doesn't serve the direct coastal area. It's a little bit further away. It's all step free, which is good, 2 platforms, and the train service around this line is every 30 minutes. You do get Transpennine Express coming through here to go to Saltburn as well, but Northern call here on their Darlington to Saltburn and Bishop Auckland to Saltburn services, so it's every 30 minutes as opposed to the Bishop Auckland section, which is hourly. So yes, anyway, that is Longbeck done. Of course, any comments, any additional information you have, feel free to leave them in the comments. Onwards we go to Saltburn. Update you shortly. We're going to get a bus, a quite peculiar bus. So there goes Arriva's X4 heading to Whitby from Middlesbrough, and that was a Thameser Avenue. That is a bus that you won't see anywhere else really unless you're over here. So there it goes, and there is Saltburn Station. I'll update you shortly. Right, welcome to Saltburn Station, and first of all, look at the entrance. That is incredible. Look at that. It's a beautiful station. Really, I bet this is grade 2 listed as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I haven't actually checked, but obviously the 3 archways that go underneath the entrance, which actually doubles as like a market as well. So it's kind of like Saltburn Market, I think. So it like doubles as that, but the station is actually over here. The building sort of gives it away, but the station, although misleading, you might think you have to go through there to get to the station. You don't. You come over here for it, and here is the entrance to Saltburn Station. So looks like we've got an arrival from Manchester Airport soon. I wonder if that'll be here whilst we're still waiting, but I'm not sure. It will be, but we'll update you shortly. Right, just as we're here at Saltburn, arriving in is a Transpennine Express service from Manchester Airport, which is terminating here at Saltburn before obviously we go into facts about the station. You can see that arrive first, and the units on it is 185142.
It's a pacer.
It's not a pacer.
It's a wannabe pacer.
It's not even that. It's
Okay,
just a 185.
A pacer.
Anyway. 118. 185 118 is the rear. How brilliant is that?
I am not impressed.
Hooray! Update you shortly.
156.
And there goes 156480 heading off to Bishop Auckland. So there that one goes. And we are now here at Saltburn, and we're going to talk about facts about the station in just a moment. But yeah, so Saltburn actually is a sort of newer addition to Transpennine's network. They've only introduced it recently, but they're actually planning to get rid of it now because apparently low passenger numbers, but it didn't look like that to me when that train just came in. But that might just be one service. But anyway, we'll talk more about the facts in just a moment. Right, welcome to Saltburn Station. This one serves the town of, seaside town, should I say, of Saltburn by the Sea. That's its name. It's actually a coastal town. I didn't actually knew was a coastal town. So, a seaside town, but there you go. That's must be a nice little holiday resort for the Northerners, or anyone really who knows about it. Anyway, so a bit of history. The station opened in 1861. It was the terminus of their line from Redcar, so it only went from Redcar to Saltburn to begin with. 11 years later, the North Eastern Railway opened the line towards Broughton, which was the Whitby, Redcar and Middlesbrough Union Railway from the town, but it's diverged from the original route. And trains used to go over to Loftus, which the X4, which we just got off of, goes to, which was a town that had a railway station as well. And Loftus is near to Whitby, which is on the Esk Valley line, which is a planned trip for another time. And then in 1974 the station got remodelled and saw the station reduced inside, with the two main platforms and signal box being taken out of use along with most of the sidings, and also one of the two running lines from West Junction. And today both of the two surviving excursion bay platforms are used for the train services. So these two used to be the platforms for excursions. Yeah, so there you go. Where you see them now is excursion platforms. That big building, I think, used to be an extension out to the other platforms, but they kept it there for probably historical reasons. And why would you want to knock down such a really nice building? It's fantastic. Anyway, so that's Saltburn done. Our next station is, I'm remembering, it's Misc. Yeah, it is Misc. Update you soon. Right, arriving in now is going to be 158793. This is going to be a terminating service from Darlington, which is going to be forming our northern service. This will be a Darlington service to take us over to Misc. That is how you pronounce it. Misc, not Marske.
Or Marske.
It's Misc. It's 158793.
Once again, North of England flying in the complete opposite direction of logic.
Yeah, as you can tell, we had a nice sunny day and that's gone really grey.
Yeah. A nice sunny day in Bishop Auckland has turned to a rainy day in Saltburn.
Yeah, irony.
I literally called it too.
You did.
I said, watch, I'll leave this in Saltburn.
Yeah.
What do
Right,
you know?
let's head on board and we'll head to Misc. Update you soon. Right, there goes 158793. It is absolutely lashing it down here in Misc. It is awful weather, but we're here. Update you shortly. Right, welcome to Misc station.
What you can see from the shelter at least.
Yeah, there you go. There's Misc station. We'll get a better shot of it soon when we're walking out. We're in the shelter at the moment of the station, but yes, because it is absolutely lashing it down with rain. But anyway, this station is says the village of Marske by the sea. I wouldn't want to be by the sea right now. In Redcar and Cleveland in North Yorkshire. So we are currently in the shelter of Misc station because the weather is that bad.
This is atrocious.
It is atrocious. The railway station is the oldest in the village of Misc by the sea, because there's quite a few stations in the village, with Longbeck being the other one. Misc is the oldest one because Longbeck opened in 1985. This opened in 1861, so it's quite the difference, as you can tell. Quite the difference. Also worth noting, the station has slightly staggered platforms, as you can probably tell. And lost its goods facilities in April 1965 and became an unstaffed halt in 1970. So yes, that's the best shot I'm going to be able to get because of the terrible weather. but I'll try and get a shot of the entrance as we're going out, if the weather allows, which it won't. We're going to go get a bus and we're going to make our way to Redcar East. So, yes. And here's our weatherman, Chris. Chris, what's the weather like?
It's hell!
Update you soon. Alright, so there goes a Pulse BDL Pulsar 2 SB200 heading off to Middlesbrough. That's on the X4. So we're now here in, well, nearest bus stop to Redcar East station. So we're going to head into there next. Update you shortly. Okay, good news, it's not raining anymore.
Yeah, the weather has vastly improved.
We're at Redcar East, which means I'll be able to show you this station without the pouring rain in my head. To be fair, I have my hood up. But anyway, welcome to Redcar East. This station is
under bridge for trains to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, so you need to go under the bridge. That is not a reference to a Red Hot Chili Peppers song. If you know, you know.
That's what we need to do.
I know, that's cool. We'll go under there. But as you can see here, the sign says this platform for trains to Saltburn, and under the road bridge trains to Middlesbrough, Darlington, Newcastle and Metro Centre, even though the trains from here do not go to Metro Centre. Maybe they do. Anyway, maybe they do like once a day, I don't know. But anyway, over to the other side and we'll update you from there. Right, welcome to Redcar East Station, serving the seaside town of Redcar. It's very, very rainy at the moment. You won't visit a seaside town in this weather, or in weather just had. Station in 1929 opened as Redcar East Halt, and then in 1937 opened as just Redcar East. So there's a little, it's a little station, 2 platforms with the half-hourly service. Everything's all the same. It's a bit noisy here as well, but that's what it is. Station facilities were improved in this station in 2014, and it is a station that is a suburban station within the town. So yes, it's only a quick visit here because obviously we're getting our train's about to arrive in just a moment. As you can see, there is our train. Oh, it will be here in a minute. I'll update you shortly. Right, arriving now is the 1608 Northern Service to Bishop Auckland. It's 156490 to take us over to South Bank. Update you when we get there. Sorry, it's been a bit quiet here. We've been a bit noisy here with a lot of chavs, let's just say that. Right, 156490 heads out, and welcome to South Bank Station. Right, first of all, very fun and very recent bit of history. As of I think it was today or yesterday, this station is only being served on platform 1 because that footbridge over there has now been deemed unsafe.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. It looks very rusty. But anyway. So this station at the moment is only served by trains towards Darlington and Bishop Auckland, or towards Middlesbrough if you like. We're going to walk and talk with this one because we have to go, but a quick look at it. So South Bank also is the nearest station to the now closed Redcar British Steel. or British Steel Redcar, however you want to pronounce it.
Either works.
Yeah, either one works. Now this station is also staggered and is right next to the big industrial works that serves around Redcar and the South Bank area. South Bank is its own town, by the way, so yes. Worth also noting, this station was resited in 1984, opened in 1882, and you can just take a quick gander around it before we have to go. Yeah, and you can see there's a good sloop that sort of goes into the station. This area is weird, it always has been for me, because it's so massively industrial, and it, you know, it's really important still, but they still closed British Steel Redcar, so that bit of it, I think the industrial works just closed, so, and they want to try and redevelop the whole area, so.
I cannot believe that footbridge.
Yeah, that footbridge is completely closed because it's unsafe. It's probably it's probably come apart somewhere, so that's probably what's happened. So yeah, every train towards Saltburn until the 31st of October at least is cancelled, and only trains towards Bishop Auckland are calling here. So lucky we figured that one out later, excuse my accent,
Yeah,
later on.
Late last night.
Yeah, late last night we worked that out. So yes, anyway, we're going to head off back to Middlesbrough now. So there you go. Right, so we're now in Middlesbrough bus station. As you can just see out the window, the huge bus station is here. Stagecoach run here, as do Arriva and a couple other companies. Well, I think it's them too, really. But, oh no, Go North East run here as well. I just thought of that. Anyway, so here we are. Quick look at it. Obviously don't stay very long, but we're going to go and head over to well, we're actually going to finish up in a minute, so. Right, so a bit of a diversion route we've taken. So we're in Stockton at the moment, or just outside Stockton, because I wanted to get a bit of extra content to put in the video, because what we're about to get is quite rare in this country now because of how difficult they are to get. What we just got off wasn't what it was. We just got off an 05 Reg Enviro 300, which again, there's not many of either, but there's more of them than there are of what we're about to have. When we get back to Middlesbrough, obviously we're going to see what this bus is, get back to Middlesbrough, get back to the station and finish from there. You'll see what this is in just a second. Okay, so the bus in question is an ALX 300. I'll update you when we're on board. Right, so clip transition, we're now here at Middlesbrough after getting off the ALX 300. Sorry I didn't film it leave the bus station, but it was quite busy when we got off, so I didn't really have time to go through that. But welcome to Middlesbrough. We have covered the station already on the series, so again on the same video that I mentioned about North Road, Darlington and Redcar Central, they all featured on my very first North East video from every platform. Definitely knows in reverse, definitely within the first 10 to 15 episodes, I'm sure it is. But yeah, so Middlesbrough done already. but now the Tees Valley done, barring Teesside Airport, but we're going to see what happens at Teesside Airport, because it's one platform and at the moment the station is closed due to that platform being unsafe. I personally don't think they're going to reopen it.
No.
I think they're probably going to shut it down, and if it does, that is what it is. So it'll become null and void. That's fine.
Yep.
But anyway, thank you for watching this episode of Every Platform. If you have liked what you've seen, do like and subscribe, and do leave any comments, because we'll get back to them as when I can. Any recommendations are welcome. Do leave those in the comments.
Manchester Oxford Road, Manchester Piccadilly and Manchester Airport. This train has 3 coaches, first class accommodation.
We do have a train arriving, I think it is a 185 heading to Manchester Airport from Saltburn. A single 185 as opposed to the 6 we saw earlier. Anyway, so yeah, today's been excellent. Chris, I think, has had a brilliant day.
Yeah, it has. Especially the ALX.
The ALX 300 at the end, the clip you just saw, is there's only 2 of them left in the country that are in public service, so pretty good going that we got one.
Yeah, both of them up here,
well,
probably gone very soon.
I reckon they will be.
If not, by the time this video is already uploaded.
I reckon so, but who knows.
Anyway, here's the 185.
Yes, indeed. Heading to Manchester Airport. It is 185. 117. It's alright, we've already seen 118, so we can already note that down. So, thank you for watching this video from the Tees Valley. The next episode of Every Platform you'll see, and we'll be back in the West Midlands, starting at, you guessed it, Holsworth. Yes, I didn't forget about it. It's happening on the next video. So, see you for that one. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.